Hey guys, what's up? My name is Cole and I love movies. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite content creators from the mid-2010s, who went by the name of Bobby Burns. He was a content creator once known for his insightful movie reviews and commentary, who experienced both the highs of creative inspiration and the lows of an online journey. For many, myself included, his work served as a source of inspiration during the era when he made these fantastic, well-produced video essays. The way in which Bobby's videos were structured and edited really inspired me at the time, and if I'm being completely honest, there probably wouldn't be a Firewood Media if Bobby Burns didn't exist. For better or for worse. Before we begin though, I just want to clarify that this is not a call-out video or an exposed video or a drama video. I'm not trying to dunk on Bobby or anything. I was and still am a fan of this guy, and I just wanted to make something of a retrospective on his content while also going over the history of his channel and the controversies that it endured over the years. Bobby Douglas Burns was born on January 26, 1997, and from his early years, he exhibited a profound passion for movies, evolving into a dedicated movie buff as his first foray into the world of content creation. This manifested in the form of a stop-motion LEGO short film titled LEGO World War II D-Day Gold Beach. The film was uploaded to the Chicken Feet Films YouTube channel on June 22, 2010. The videos present on the Chicken Feet Films YouTube channel are extremely amateur and nothing to write home about, but there's obviously a distinct charm to it. These are videos made by children, but it's clear that there's no monetary drive to make this content. It's just kids making LEGO stop-motion videos, but there are surprisingly 2 videos on the channel with over 1 million views. LEGO Angry Birds from 2011 and LEGO Black Ops 2 from 2012. So it's safe to say that the channel wasn't entirely obscure and actually had a few hits. However, despite these videos, the channel itself wasn't focused on just LEGO stop-motion videos. The channel would also post these live-action skits and short films, as well as a really neat series called Brick Film Academy, which focused on teaching aspiring animators how to use LEGOs to make stop-motion videos.
Now, when animating, it is important to remember that people don't move at a constant speed whenever they're performing an action. So why should a minifigure?
From an outside perspective, I think that Bobby wanted to do more than just make LEGO animation videos, even though that's all his audience really wanted from him. In 2013, the channel released a video titled Do the Ride Thing as part of an annual contest to create a PSA spreading awareness about ATV and motorcycle safety. The video itself was this really neat animated 30-second PSA, and it was so good that Bobby won the contest for his age and category. The comments on the video, however, were mostly people clamoring for more LEGO animations. The channel would continue uploading inconsistently through early 2014. And in April of 2014, Bobby transitioned to a new channel, aptly named Bobby Burns. This channel would be more focused than Chicken Feet Films, and was centered at first around film discussion, with his first few videos being Star Wars 7 Cast Revealed, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Trailer #2 Review, and X-Men Movie Review. Bobby's involvement with the CinemaSins channel started in October 2014, where he hosted the How to Make a Blank movie series. These videos followed a very basic formula of going over the tropes of a genre or a director, like Michael Bay, Tarantino, and Zack Snyder. For me, this was my introduction to Bobby as a content creator. Before reaching the age of like 13, I was an avid viewer of CinemaSins, but these videos always stood out to me as being something different and far superior to the formula of CinemaSins. For me, it was an introduction to what a director was, what they did, and why their vision is so important.
Once you're really into the production of your film, there are 3 things you need to remember. Number 1, your film doesn't really need a plot. The people who are going to watch this don't know the difference between character development and an explosion.
As time went on, Bobby's personal channel underwent distinctive phases, or eras, each marked by a shift in style and substance. The Bobby Burns 2.0 era aligned with conventional YouTube movie review content, like critiques such as 10 Reasons Batman v Superman Sucks, For me, this was my favorite era of Bobby Burns, with his best videos being Is Swiss Army Man Actually Any Good? The presentation of the video showed me that you could do a lot with the video essay format in a visual sense. It didn't have to just be voiceover, you could make it your own and be creative with it. Although, we'll get to why this video is the way it is later on. Transitioning to Bobby Burns 3.0, the focus shifted towards YouTube commentary, exemplified by videos like The Secret Genius of Filthy Frank. In a way, this shift appealed to me personally as a viewer of the channel because I myself was gradually moving towards being more interested in online YouTube culture rather than filmmaking and movie discussions. You see, this was around 2016, 2017, and it was a point where YouTube was much edgier than it is today. Creators like Leafy Here, iDubbbz TV, Grade A Under A were the top dogs, and being a commentary channel was an easy way to gain recognition on the platform. It's where a lot of channels like Pyrocynical, Colossal is Crazy, Nerd City really got their foot in the door. Bobby Burns experienced a surge in popularity on June 26, 2017 when he dropped How to Emotionally Manipulate Your YouTube Audience. This critique scrutinized the manipulative techniques employed by various YouTubers in their apology videos. Throughout the video, Bobby brought up tropes that creators consistently do when making apology videos, like showing themselves pressing record on the camera, even though they never normally do this in their own videos. Or sighing or taking a deep breath before speaking at the start because it's a way of telling their audience that this is an unfiltered version of them. These tropes that Bobby Burns pointed out are still utilized by creators to this very day. There are so many videos out there of people playing YouTuber apology bingo, where each item on the bingo sheet is a trope present in an apology video. These tropes have been so ingrained in the cultural zeitgeist that even Spider-Verse 2 referenced it.
Endorse baby powder. Apologize for endorsing baby powder. Made a mistake.
Bobby would spend a lot of time at the start talking about Anthony Padilla's Why I Left Smosh video. He mentioned how Anthony's video rubbed him the wrong way because it felt like Anthony was trying to portray himself as vulnerable, even though it wasn't authentic. This video was even indirectly referenced by Anthony in a Smosh video from 2023. The main point of the video, though, wasn't to call out Anthony Padilla, but rather to make the public aware of why YouTubers do what they do in apology videos, and in my opinion, it's a fantastic video. It's straight to the point, it raises some fantastic critiques of the overall culture of YouTube as a whole, despite being an almost 7-year-old video. Now, despite this success, the tides began to turn only a few months later. On November 22nd, 2017, Bobby uploaded a video titled Shane Dawson, the Conspiracy Theorist. In this critique of Shane Dawson and his content, Bobby presented a subjective analysis, highlighting Dawson's past tasteless and offensive actions as well as just how garbage and vapid Shane's content was. This video, while not an outright call-out or expose, faced significant backlash from fans of Shane Dawson. It's weird to remember a point in time where Shane Dawson wasn't widely known as a disgusting human being, but you have to remember that this was 2017.
Listen, all I'm saying is this whole thing is creepy. The fact that your phone can go through all of your pictures and detect every single item inside of it.
No, it's not scary that your phone can go through your pictures because you're taking your pictures on your phone.
Disapproval of Bobby's video manifested in numerous dislikes and accusations of jealousy in the comments, challenging Bobby's perspective and sparking a heated debate within the YouTube community. On December 18th, 2017, Shane Dawson uploaded a video titled Confronting My Hater, where he watched Bobby's video and critiqued it point by point. Shane's video is incredibly difficult to sit through, and I feel like I deserve a Purple Heart for making it all the way through. The video sent a lot of hate towards Bobby from fans of Shane. As a result, Shane commented under the Confronting My Hater video saying, "Please read. Yes, I'm aware that Bobby isn't the typical hater and his video was more of a criticism video rather than a hate video. But given the fact that he said my content was terrible 7 times and made fun of my voice and my content, I felt like the word hater still worked for this series, but stay tuned for part 2 and 3 to see how it all goes down. It might surprise you." And boy oh boy did parts 2 and 3 surprise people. Attempting to settle their differences, Shane flew Bobby out for a confrontation, a spectacle that played out as painfully awkward on camera as it clearly was in person. Surprisingly, this encounter led to an unexpected camaraderie, with Bobby eventually becoming a regular contributor to Shane's channel. Shane even going so far as to purchase a car for Bobby after he moved out to LA. Shane would then announce that Bobby would be uploading his own videos onto Shane's channel. This was something that Shane had tried before with different creators in the past, but all of these videos performed horribly, and the videos were either wiped or unlisted or privated. So yeah, I think you can already tell where this is going to go. Much like these previous attempts by creators being featured on Shane's channel, Bobby Burns would ultimately suffer the same fate. The collaboration faced resistance from Shane's fanbase, unimpressed by Bobby's vlogs and traditional YouTube content that was reminiscent of rice gum more than anything. Back on Bobby's main channel, the shift in content also affected his own viewership. Struggling to cater to his divergent audience, half were subscribed for commentary, the other half were from Shane's channel, and Bobby grappled with a balancing act. I mentioned before that Bobby would constantly shake up his channel with different eras, and Bobby Burns 4.0 was ushered in with more movie-centric videos like his review of 2016's Kong Skull Island, and it ended with his Shane Dawson the Conspiracy Theorist video. But Bobby Burns 5.0 would almost entirely shift away from filmmaking as a whole. Instead, he focused more on the LA YouTube scene with videos like I moved to LA to become a YouTuber, and meet my LA YouTube family. The Bobby Burns 6.0 videos were more of the same, as they continued to alienate the vast majority of Bobby's OG fans, and his new fans didn't really find the content all that interesting. His attempts at vlogs about life in LA met criticism for being generic, while the commentary videos and movie reviews drew ire from Shane's fans. Caught between conflicting expectations, Bobby's content consistently garnered 40% to 60% dislikes, which just goes to show how divided his audience was. His attempts to please everyone resulted in satisfying no one, and for me, this was when I stopped watching the videos being posted to Bobby's channel. They just didn't really interest me. While I had initially subscribed for the film content, the commentary videos about online culture kept me watching the channel, but these new LA-centric videos just weren't interesting to me because I'm not from LA, I don't live in LA, I live in Wisconsin. It was content that could really only appeal to a localized area, and therefore, I stopped watching. And I know for a fact that I wasn't the only one who unsubscribed around this time. The disapproval from both Bobby's fans and Shane's fans prompted an immediate removal of Bobby's uploads on Shane's channel after only a month, with the videos being unlisted from the channel. An announcement video was posted by Shane saying that Bobby was essentially fired from the Shane Dawson YouTube channel.
I think in general, it was a lot. Like him moving here to start the show on my channel, we didn't completely know what it was yet. Like all of it happened really fast, and I think it was like overwhelming and stressful. And I was like going crazy over it, just being like, is this good enough? Are people gonna not like it? What if they don't like you? And then is that gonna affect you? And then he was going crazy over it, like, oh, is this good enough? Like, it was just like a lot, right? And it got to a point where I was like, I think you need to take a break, focus on your channel and your thing. I'm gonna focus on my thing. I've been editing so much more lately and making videos that take a long time to make, so that's kind of what it is. I mean, it's definitely, you know, not a drama-filled thing. I love Bobby. I believe in him so much, just as much as I always did.
Opting for a radical change following the failure of Bobby Burns 6.0, he transitioned to music under the moniker Nasty Boy, a departure that left many bewildered. The SoundCloud rap style, influenced by artists like Lil Peep and XXXTentacion, failed to resonate with his audience, contributing to a very significant decline in viewership. Not to mention, too, Bobby's lack of communication about this change fueled speculations about his mental state and potential drug use. However, beyond just the devil's cabbage, this appears to be nothing more than speculation. Despite a tweet from September 2017 revealing that his music had been in the works during the Shane Dawson drama, the Nasty Boy phase proved to be extremely divisive and poorly received by fans, as well as the general public. On top of that, Bobby's minimal engagement with his audience intensified rumors of a mental breakdown, which was even heightened by a very defensive video that he made with his brother that failed to address the concerns adequately, coming off more as, "Why are you worried about me?" rather than, "Hey, I'm fine,
that update wasn't necessary. You know what I mean? Like, that's not so.
And like, you have a whole life. You do musical theater.
Yep.
Like, you have your own YouTube channel. Me transitioning to music. You've known for a long time that I've been doing music. Like, since I lived in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Like, I've been working on it, and I would show him like.
I have to do it for an entire year before I decide whether or not I'm gonna really pursue it. 'Cause now you're expected to update 900,000 people
on everything that ever happens in your life.
We just had no clue that was what that meant. Like, again, when I'm not in the videos, we don't have to tell anyone. Why? We're just still making the videos, but I'm not in the videos. Nathan's dead. You know what I mean? Like, and then I posted some photo of a black and white photo of a picture of me that I got after a show with roses that I got, and it literally looked like a grave. And people were like, "Holy shit! I thought this was like an in memoriam thing."
I think when you look at it nowadays, a good example of this would be the streamer Queso. There was some drama a while back where his fans were really worried about his mental state after certain clips would be taken out of context where he appeared to be extremely depressed. He would address these by basically saying, "Hey, thanks for the concern, I really appreciate it, but I'm fine, don't worry about me, the fat jokes don't affect me."
First off, shout out to all the people who are legitimately concerned for my mental health. But there is a video that is going around of me saying I'm afraid to eat, and it was taken seriously. I ate 5 Wendy's chicken sandwiches before I started streaming.
Bobby, on the other hand, was just like, "Why are you worried about me? Leave me alone. You're trolling." Like, it was very dismissive of those concerns, rather than, "Hey, I'm fine, this is just a bit, blah, 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 blah." And then accusations of Bobby associating with a PDF file surfaced, lacking any substantial evidence though, and simultaneously he faced a privacy breach when his intimate photos were leaked online. There isn't really any substantial evidence behind this, so take it with a grain of salt. I'm just relaying to you that these were things that people were talking about at the time, but again, there's almost no evidence that he was related or involved with this person whatsoever. Financial woes and debt stemming from the LA move led to the dissolution of Bobby's relationship with his girlfriend. On January 25th, 2020, Bobby released Fame is Fentanyl, an album reflecting the tumultuous past 3 years. Describing it as a fictional story mirroring his experiences, the album displayed a vulnerable side despite its fictional narrative. The album was a flop, and it garnered very little attention online besides former fans gawking at what the once clean-cut movie buff has now become. That being said though, the album does have some supporters. On the album visualizer, YouTube commenter Adam Alexander said the following: "While its lyrics are about sex and drugs, I don't think that's what Bobby is pushing. The album is basically a rage album about fame. I love a concept album, but I think for your next project, you should strip back the character and make an album from your own perspective and through your own voice. Then, the haters can see the real Bobby, and this character album can shine more on its own as a concept." Taking a hiatus from YouTube, Bobby attempted to return with commentary videos, but this time on music, culminating in a well-received upload on Christmas Day 2021 titled "How Billie Eilish Took Over the World from Her Bedroom." The video, reminiscent of Bobby's old content, hinted at a potential resurgence of the creator, but his channel has remained inactive since, with many wondering what happened to Bobby Burns. Going back and watching old Bobby Burns videos, I just couldn't help but notice that there's this same vulnerability that is present in that famous Fentanyl album. Whether it be a video addressing his tics that caused him to excessively blink, or even his video talking about YouTuber burnout, where he outright shows raw footage from his Swiss Army Man review of him clearly distressed and suffering from burnout.
They assumed I was ecstatic and so full of energy that I shot this crazy review to get it out. Unfortunately, as you can see here, that wasn't the case.
It's all called Swiss Army Man. Now, Swiss Army Man, I thought was absolutely brilliant. It was incredibly unique. I don't fucking know. Incredibly... I guess this is it. I don't know. Sure, this is it.
That was a really hard week for me emotionally.
It was that ability to showcase his authentic self that made me a fan in the first place. It inspired me ever since I was making garbage videos back in middle school to show off my authentic self, even if people thought it was cringe. What I'm trying to say is, I appreciate the artistry of Bobby Burns, and I can't wait to see what he does next. If he doesn't make anything else, then that's okay too. As long as he's happy, that's all I really care about.
I'll see you later, guys. Peace out.